Monday, bloody morning, eh? It's my third coffee. I'll tell you what I've got in my head. I cannot get hot out of my head. Have you seen that?
Well, this is dangerous ground. I don't know what we can and can't say around this one.
You can.
Yes, I have seen it.
Yeah. What's dangerous about what she means, what she's doing? She's implying.
Yeah. What's she, just like cleaning a DVD or something, isn't she? It's like spitting on the disc.
There was a DVD player in someone's pants. Yeah. I've been saying it all weekend, man. I just cannot. That and the Justin Timberlake mugshot have just ruined my feed all weekend. He looks off his fucking dick.
Well, I think he was.
Probably can't spell that early in the pod, but that's okay.
No, but I think that's
he was off his head.
Yeah.
And then he did the show the day after, and his eyeballs are so wide.
You strike me as a bit of a JT fan.
I met him once.
Did you really?
Yeah, in Nashville. Super weird character. Yeah, my
so you,
exes
Timberlake in Nashville
at a pool, private, like swimming with each other, swimming laps,
swimming with each other,
and just going on each other. It's super weird. I loved it. And that's going to be me this whole episode, just going at random times.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
They can't find her.
So Isaac Heaney.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
And Isaac, all Sydney.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're hot as. Let's get into it.
Hey guys, welcome to the Dan Does Footy podcast. You can find more of Dan Does Footy on the website, Spotify, YouTube, and social media. Lids off. See ya.
There was heaps of sick kids, and I was like, where are they? Kick him harder. Kick him all harder. Punch him in the face. I'm bloody horizontally challenged, if you get what I mean. Boner. Tough crowd today. Should we say this is the line? If you don't hear the next bit, it's over the line? Okay, so if you don't hear the next bit, I've got over the line. Who's just walked past Punt Road? It dips him. Welcome, everyone. What a weekend. What a weekend. Was it a weekend? You know, it was a boring round of football.
Yeah.
Super boring. I think let's say that on the table straight away. Very boring round of football, but the weekend was good. We were both busy. You were in Tassie.
Yeah, and you were in Adelaide. I mean, it was, back to our roots.
Yeah, back to the roots. Hot tour on the roots. We really did. How was Tassie? You went to Dark Mofo.
Yeah. The feast was unbelievable.
Did you actually? Okay, well.
I had 9 courses. I ate so much food.
Did you actually?
Oh, squidly pop.
What is that?
Squid on a stick.
Okay.
I had beef cooked in rum. I had pork buns. There was an indigenous stall, so I had like loaded fries, but with wallaby.
Yum.
Mate, I had everything.
Everything.
It was unbelievable.
Wow. And you catch up with the first of all your mates. You have mates down there?
Yeah, I've got 2.
Locals?
They're locals.
Did you go to Tassie going, okay, these guys, I know I am now?
I thought that, the average went down.
Oh,
in
no.
a weird way. I was expecting a little bit more.
You're going the other way?
Yeah.
Wow.
But, winter, you've got beanies on, hoodies.
And dark there as well.
Yeah, it's
hard
difficult to see.
Right.
There was one Dan Does Footy. Like,
it's good.
Photo
or just a hello?
No, just a g'day.
Did you say, hey, mate, do you want a photo?
No, I've got signed press shots anyway.
Ready to go.
There you go, mate. You want one of them?
Yeah, right.
No, but it was unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable. Great. If you ever get the chance, you just...
Get there.
Just do it. And then it was actually really cool soaking in all the Tassie footy stuff. Because it's like sort of...
TSL.
Well, that, but more so like the Devil stickers and the like say yes to the stadium, and there's like people walking around in their foundation jumpers, and it was a pretty cool vibe.
So noticeable that they're getting around this team hard. They still need to find a stadium.
Yeah, we've got to find one.
We've got to build it.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, it says the AFL's given them a license, but they're no sure thing to come in 2028? Yeah. That's a big build. A stadium's not a small build. It took Geelong 10 years to put a stand in. It seems like, don't you reckon?
That's true. Well, I don't think it'll be ready by 2028 regardless. So it would be...
Playing at
both UTAS and Blunston for the time being.
Yeah. Okay. A bit like what the Giants do.
Yeah.
Showgrounds.
I guess so.
Okay.
But with people
right.
there. Yeah.
Great. The only thing about Dark Mofo is that it just gives me anxiety. I think after the feast goes away and people want to party, that's where I'll be like, okay, this is starting to weed me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Given dark, a lot of strobe lights.
Yeah, like constant horns.
Is there a DJ playing?
No.
Nah.
It's just satanic music the whole time.
Oh, that would do me big time.
Honestly, it sounds like this. I go,
Nah. Well, nah. No thanks.
Yeah.
That's not for me. I love Tassie, but I know that's not
You
for
wouldn't
me.
do that?
I'm not built for that.
Nah.
That would wig me out massively.
yeah, you need more Justin Timberlake, less satanic music.
I love JT. A good Nashville man. Many months, as I said, swam laps together. I put lotion on his back. He was just high as hell then. Probably should have caught on that maybe this guy's on some stuff here. But no, he's a good man, JT. I was in Adelaide. You're right. I was in Adelaide. It was great. I had my sister's wedding.
Yep. Nice.
A lot of people, a lot of DDF fans. Good to see family. DDF family.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people saying, "Where's Ollie?" And they said, "Oh, is he not allowed in the state?"
Nice.
I said, "No, he's not. He hates this town.
Yeah.
He hates his town and everyone in it."
It's good to hear that. Well, you caught me off guard there. I was
Your
about to
word-
move on
Yeah.
and not disagree.
Your words.
That's absolute.
I went across the bridge.
Which bridge?
The bridge we hate.
Adelaide Oval
Yeah,
Bridge.
I went for a morning walk across it and just still so thin. Like it's got thinner and narrower.
With no people on it.
No, I know, exactly. That's how I felt. It was great though. It was good to get back to Adelaide. Good weekend. I mean, Friday night was just...
Well, how'd you go about that? Because we were talking about the fact that you had the wedding on and you weren't sure.
I watched it, mate.
You did?
KO under the table.
Under the table.
I love my sister, but when the footy's on, the footy's on, you know?
Just
like, come on.
Perspective.
Yeah, I mean, it's his work, really. I loved it. Mate, it was great. It's a great week as a Carlton fan.
Mm-hmm.
God, they were good. They were unbelievable. What they did at Geelong should be reported to Crime Stoppers. Just abused him. And we'll get into it a bit later, but I think every Carlton fan's a bit of pep in their step now. I see people walking around Carlton on their toes. That's how up and about they are.
Oh,
just prancing around.
Tiptoeing around Lygon.
Tiptoeing around. I loved it. It was a great weekend. So let's do what we do best here. Second week, Hotline.
Yeah, bring it on. Love the hotline.
All right, so I'm going to play these ones from Kane first, which he sent through on Friday. I don't know the names. Hopefully they say it, and I have the ones with names. So let's start off with this one here.
Okay.
Morning, Jen. Currently lying in bed, slightly hungover. Playing footy today, kind of couldn't be fucked. Anyway, I'm a Hock man, and given that we have the bye, I was a Carlton supporter for a night last night, and didn't go to the game, but just watched the game as a Carlton supporter because I wanted to watch the Cats get absolutely spanked around the park. And it got me thinking, have you ever seen a more dominant brother versus brother performance? Like, I'm all about Meek Mondays as a Hock man, but is Tom De Koning the most informed ruckman in the comp right now? Like, he's actually unbelievable.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, say hi to your mum for me.
Well, okay, I won't. That's rude. That was great. I don't know who that is, but yeah, the De Koning game, brother v brother matchup, was way better than the Mackay one.
I was going to say,
don't you reckon?
The build up to the Mackay one as well.
Too much.
So much in comparison. And then those boys just slipped under the radar. And it was perfect.
And a bit of feeling in it as well.
Oh, throwing the ball at him. When the siren went, they went, all right then.
So normally the story was that Tom goes down to Sam's house in Geelong or vice versa, and they have like a dinner during the week.
Yeah.
And Tom wasn't allowed at his house this week.
Brilliant.
So Sam was keeping secret that he was playing ruck this week. And so much feeling. They got into each other's start. Tom kicks a goal, gets right into him, throwing the ball, as you said.
Yeah.
I loved it. And TDK is red hot at the moment.
Yep.
Red hot. This is a ruckman who, when he first got drafted, maybe his first 2 years, I was asking the boys, like, how's he going to go? Like, is he good? He's massive. He's tall. How's he going to go? They're saying, mate, he's like a giraffe on ice.
Yeah.
He's not getting it right now. And all of a sudden, literally after the Sydney game, Sydney has decided I'm going to be probably not. Now he's not the best ruck in the league. We're getting carried away for saying he's the best. He's probably Gorn, Grundy, Tom. Third, Tristan Xerri's been very good as well. He's a top 5 ruckman. Let's just say that if we're being realistic.
Yep.
But what he's doing for the Blues is unbelievable. I've got a few stats here in their game when we review it. It's just crazy what he did.
Yeah.
And just a big boy.
Yeah.
Big boy and a lot better without Pitto. So yeah, we loved
very
that
true.
matchup on the weekend. Let's see who this is.
Oh man, PP from PV here, boys. Just heading down the road. Fucking there's some twat in a Camry driving at 40 in a 60 zone. I tell you what, I am a Collingwood. What are you doing, you Camry driving idiot? There's nothing that warms the cockles of my heart than a cellar dweller, prep hole club like Carlton, Ben Geelong, and all those oyster eating having to wear that badge of sorrow. Absolute goobers are Geelong supporters. Every last one of them are dickbags. All of them stand around with their fancy little town and their shitty little bay and their half-decent place in Torquay, which is 45 minutes down the road, and talk about how cool it is to be from Geelong. You know what, Geelong? Go and get fucked. The best part about you is the fucking revision mirror on the way out of the town. Anyway, I think you do a fantastic job. Goz, just keep being you, mate. It'll come.
Shit, there was a bit on in there.
So he's
wasn't
given
there?
Geelong a massive clip. He's given Carlton a clip for winning. He's given me a clip and said, you're doing a good job.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you, mate. I hope it does come because what are we, 36 episodes in? That hasn't felt like it's come yet.
Yeah,
so
it'll get there.
I'm glad they're warming up. Jeez, he hasn't missed anyone there. Hasn't missed him. Wow, everyone's a bit angry about Geelong here. Who we got here?
Is Carlton is literally the best team in the league. We are simply untouchable, and it's funny. We have a team of all Australian players sitting on the list right now. It's just fucking... Oh, it's just so good to see.
It's gone with you. When I look at the list, I go, okay, all Australian team can't fit 25 players into 22 players.
How does
so,
that work?
yeah, just probably starting 22 for Carlton.
Yeah,
would work.
I think it's safe.
Up and about. They're up and about this morning, the Blues fans. All right, let's get into Brad, who wants to check in on Hutto after the weekend.
Hey, Dan. Hey, Ollie. I'm a Lions supporter, and it was good, obviously, watching the game, watching us pump Port Adelaide. But I want to get a welfare check done on Anthony Hudson because he's trying to commentate the game play-by-play while Mark Prosciutto, or whatever his fucking last name
Called him
is.
Prosciutto.
I did hear that, didn't I?
For 10 to 15 minutes at a time, like they're sitting in a pub having a drink. And I know Dermo sounds half-pissed all the time anyway, but poor Anthony.
Yeah, fair. I mean, there was a lot of waffling going on that game.
I
A bunch of waffling.
love Mark Prosciutto.
Mate.
That's very funny.
Yeah. I mean, they did waffle a fair bit. Derm and Prosciutto on the same commentary game. Fuck, forget about it. Just horrible. Just horrible. So hopefully Hutto's going well.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Froth father here, who is feeling Bombers fans up and about. I think Froth's really up and about.
Boys, girls, and cockle shells. How are we?
Cockle shells.
Father here. Just watched Essendon beat West Coast for the second time this year, and what can I say? Lids are off. We are going to September. Print the caps. Can't wait to do some damage in September. And by damage, I mean lose again in the finals for the 20th year in a row that we can't win a final. Better call my therapist.
Yeah, smart. I mean, there's a bit of feeling about the Bombers after that game. I got more questions about them.
Yeah, and I think the fans do. I don't know if you went into the comments section. I was a bit too scared to physically post, but I read the comments.
In Bombers' Instagram.
Yeah, they were unsure about that game.
Well, I say that, and then Deck sends in this. Deck wants to put me on fraud watch.
Guys, the most powerful man in football at the moment.
Your words.
I think you need to have a good hard look at yourself.
Okay, that's...
And just tell all of your listeners out there that you have a prejudice against the Essendon Football Club. I don't really want to hear anything else. I think you do judge us differently. No matter what we do, I feel like as soon as we lose games, especially at Gold Coast Carlton, went straight on the fraud watch list. I think your fraud watch list system needs an audit, personally. And I think you need an audit because I think you're getting a little bit ahead of yourself. But that's okay. You're the man of the moment, so I'll let you have it. But anyway, seems like whatever we do at Essendon, it's not good enough for you. So anyway, cheers.
On your Deck. Thanks for listening, mate. We do actually appreciate you listening and calling in. I'll come down the ladder to have this conversation with you. So I think...
Hang on, strap yourself in first, just for safety while you come down.
Yeah, Deck, if you're driving, you might want to pull over this. Yeah. I think you're... I think we've been pretty kind to Essendon this year.
Yeah.
Considering that I even picked you guys way 35 episodes ago to make the 8.
Yep.
Been very kind. I get picky on Essendon when I think you are the biggest frauds in the top 8 at the moment.
Yep.
I don't think you've beaten one top 8 team this year. Mm-hmm. I think that you will. I still big on you guys sliding, but if you make a final, I will praise you because it's been an unbelievable turnaround for a club who last year didn't really fire a shot when it recruited well. Goldie, I ate a football because of Goldie.
Yep.
Deck. So I think I've eaten my words when I've had to. I've been supportive, but also I'd still think and believe that you guys are not a great team at the moment. I think that the other 7 teams who will make the finals with you would be licking their lips to play Essendon.
Yeah.
Would be all hands would go up. So let us play them. We want them. I think especially after yesterday,
Yeah.
you didn't assert any type of notion on anyone thinking that you guys are a real deal threat here. Marvel Stadium, I think West Coast kicked more scoring, like kicked more points, more goals than you guys.
No
more points,
Reeds.
definitely.
If they had Reed, they would have
Had
won.
no Reed, had no Kelly. So
Felt
I
like.
walked away from, yesterday's game.
Kelly, yep.
I walked away from yesterday's game going, wow, this would have been interesting if it was in Perth. Any game that you think that other team could have won it at their home ground, that's when I have question marks. And I think if it was in Perth, it would have been different.
Well said. And you know what? Just to his point, you're actually a proper fan. Like, you're working in the media, you're a media person, but you're a Carlton person first and foremost.
Yeah, I am.
Like
We're
that's
rivals.
your thing.
Yeah. We're rivals.
And I love that about you.
Yeah,
you
thanks.
go, I will say it how it is.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't like Essendon because I'm a Carlton fan.
And Deck, I don't want you guys. And Deck, this isn't personal. I like you. I hope you like me. I don't like Essendon.
Yeah. It's
But
just how it is.
as I said, it is what it is. Just a business. You know, it's a transaction. This is from Gavin. So Gavin's a Port supporter. He played footy during the day. They played at 1:15 or something. So he played at 1:02. Checked his phone after the game.
I've just finished a game of football. Massive Port fan. Picked up the fucking phone. Oh, I wonder how the boys pulled up. 80 fucking points! Are you fucking kidding me? Ken Hinkley. I don't know where the biggest place on earth that has the biggest mirrors, but he should book a ticket straight there. Because he's fucking off his chops. I blame my fucking self for giving us any credit this year. Oh, seriously. Oh. No, honestly though, the Guernseys look good though, so at least that's...
True.
They looked good. They looked unbelievable getting thumped.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, when you're spending a lot of time chasing the other team, you look good doing it.
Yeah.
And they looked unreal. And shout out to Port again for seeing those out.
Oh, massive. We love Paul. I did feel for the social media team when they had to post the final result and they had that cool retro graphic loaded.
Yeah.
And it just was like, oh, I'm so sorry that you have to put a losing score.
Oh, no, they
for
would
this
have hated
graphic.
that. That must be the most... A bit like the Giants, when they post something when they win, it's like meme central, fun, this is going to be good. But when they lose, they must post and just get out of there straight away. Don't even check the comments.
Correct.
Unless they do. Do you reckon they check the comments?
I reckon eventually. Maybe give it a couple hours and then...
Do you reckon the players go and check the comments?
You'd think so.
You reckon?
Did you?
Yeah, I did. So I guess they do.
Yeah.
I definitely did. Just want to see where everyone... You just want to read the room a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. So that was the hotline for this week. We had so many, and we keep getting so many. Like, it's actually... The phone line has melted.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's been that crazy.
Yeah.
So keep calling in, keep being emotional, keep telling how it is. It's raw, and we love it. So we did see that someone else started a hotline, which was interesting.
Now, this is the original hotline, and
This
I
is
just
the original.
want to put that out there, you know.
It is. Yeah, it is. So look, we're all for it's a great space this world. You know what? Everyone's going to be part of it. There's enough room for everyone.
Yeah.
But let's just, at least change the software or just do something different.
Just have a look at the back end. And
just have a look at the back end and just
pick
switch
your
up
own.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good everyone for trying. We love this space. We love football. Hey, Stephen May, staging. Fined $18.75 for staging. Now, I thought it'd at least been a week.
Okay.
If we're serious about staging this stuff out. Did you see it live or
No,
not?
not live,
Oh, you
just
were in the doof doof.
Yeah, I was sacrificing a lamb.
On acid.
Yeah.
I thought live it looked horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. I don't think any footy fan loved it. I mean, it was just something about a player who clearly didn't get a head knock, grabbing his head and faking it for a free kick. It's just... I thought the AFL could have an opportunity here to stamp it out completely.
Particularly with the commentary around head injuries at the moment,
Especially
being what it is.
Yeah, and especially from a team who have had a teammate
totally
actually lose their career and potentially alter their life to a head knock, to then fake a head knock. I think there was something around the league that when people saw that, the sentiment of it just didn't.
Yeah.
It was just not great.
Just felt yucky.
It was not great. I reckon Maisie would know, okay, that's not me.
Yeah.
And given he's such a hard man as well,
Yeah.
he'd probably go, that I know that's not me, won't happen again. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. But I just get a feeling that, and I hope it doesn't happen, that this soccer type stuff creeps into the AFL. I really hope it doesn't. I think we're seeing a little bit of the head being thrown back in tackles. We're seeing the push in the back, someone diving a bit more when they get a little nudge in the back. We're seeing this head knock on the weekend. I just pray that we don't move into this dangerous soccer territory because that would be horrible.
I think I want more of it.
You want more dives in the penalty box?
Proper dives.
I just don't like, and it makes the game so much harder for the umpies.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I mean, they've already got no idea what's going on out there. And then you got blokes like acting as well. Just makes it hard. So we really didn't like it. And it's just, I really, really do fear that we are going to go down a dangerous path here with this stuff. The players have no idea what's happening. The rules have changed everything for everyone. I think when the rules change in the league, players naturally, and probably coaches coach it, find a loophole to beat the system.
Oh, totally.
You just do. It's whether it be sport or in your life, you'll know that you find a way to get around things.
Yep.
So now that they've changed the rule where, I mean, holding the ball was changed, but also the tackler, the person being tackled will always be protected. I think the players now know that if they have the ball in their hand, they're getting tackled, they're going to be protected. So is the way to let your body weight go limp and make a tackle look worse than it is? Is there a way to, throw yourself into the ground? We're getting into a dangerous territory here in the AFL where the whole thing looks a bit different and players are making tackles look a lot worse than what they are. I just...
You're so right, particularly going limp. Just like, oh...
Yeah, the one going limp, like that's a bad one as well at the moment. It just looks like the AFL, the end of the year, don't do anything please, AFL, don't do anything right now. You've already changed it once. Get to the end of the year and then re-workshop this whole thing because it's not in a good spot at the moment. Also the umpire. Now, just blow the whistle, mate, on that tackle. Did a 1080. Like, what did we just... He spun around 3 times. You have a whistle. You love the whistle. Just blow it. Just blow it there and you stop that completely. It was just a bad... ugly night for Melbourne, and that was the cherry on top.
How do you feel about the fine? So almost $1,900. What's the thought process there? Do you feel okay with that?
I don't know how they got to $1,800. I'd love to know how they got there.
Well, and 75.
And 75. Yeah, I didn't like that. I still think that if the AFL is serious about protecting players, then be equally serious about staging.
Yeah.
Given how serious everything around their head is.
Yeah.
Because if someone had got, say, it would never happen now, the cameras, but just say somehow that everyone knew the player staged and then the player who tackled that person got suspended. Like, so if you're going to give a suspension for an action, at least then give a suspension for a staging of an action.
Yep, agreed.
So I didn't like the $1,800. I think there was an opportunity to come down way harder. Zach Butler's got 10 grand. You see that for his fourth incident? 10 grand.
That's a lot of cabbage.
A lot of people are saying they should make the fines like a percentage of their salary to actually really stamp it out of them doing it.
Yeah.
So say it's like 5% of Bob Maisie beyond 850.
Yeah.
What would that be? What's 5% 850? 80.
Let me check.
What's 10% 850?
You want 10%?
Yeah.
10% of 850,000.
It's 85.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, I should have known that.
Why?
A 5% would be what, 40 something. Yeah, well, players are saying that's the suggestion out there. I don't know about that. I just don't like the action. So let's hope that doesn't happen again. Let's hope that, that now everyone's seen that it doesn't happen because it was really just a massive talking point over the round, given that nothing really happened this round.
No, it was quiet.
Boring round. Yeah. Favourites just won. I mean, the only real shock of the round was Brisbane just going down on Port.
That's true.
Which leads us into Ken Hingley on the ropes. Big time. On a day where they celebrated their 2004 premiership, then they gave up a 2007 AFL Grand Final performance. Ugly. The boys got their years mixed up completely. I don't know. They lost to the Lions by 79 points. Ken got booed off the ground. 11 seasons as coach. And every season they've just done the same thing. You know what a Port season is going to look like. Get to mid-year, look like premiers, and then after the bye or thereabouts around halfway, something in their DNA at the moment says, you know what? Let's shit them.
Yeah.
Let's just shit the bed here and turn into absolute nothing, into water. Ken, as I said, got booed off the ground, which Chris Fagan said he didn't like. I didn't see him getting booed off the ground, but I could imagine. I did see just so many Port supporters leave at like 3/4 time. They were out of that stadium.
It's not what they need, considering what they've been known for in the past.
Bring the tarps out.
The tarps. I'm just
bring them back.
Concerned.
Yeah. I wonder if they have the tarp still. Take the dust off it.
Someone will have them.
There'll be in storage just in case.
Imagine being the tarp owner.
There was almost time at 3/4 time to bring the tarp out. They just started tarping up some of the stands. It was bad. It was bad, but bad. I mean, his winning percentage, this is Ken, in season is 60% and falls away to 41% in finals. And this is a team who went all in on recruiting this year, went and got Soldo and Sweet. Neither of them have put their hand up for number one ruck. Zerk Thatcher was subbed out of this game as the backman who they bought in. They traded Dersma for a straight swap.
Yep.
Dersma seems to be going all right at Essendon. Radaglia is really good in contest, but the amount of inside 50s and the entries that he's getting against him, good luck to any defender down there.
Totally.
This thing is getting ugly, and Ken has 9 weeks. What do we have left? 9-10 weeks left to save his season.
And they're going to lose on the weekend, so...
Who have they got this weekend?
Saints.
Where at?
Marvel. And I'm hosting, so sorry.
Oh, you get right into him. Yeah, get right into him. But, I mean, I think it's it's pretty obvious now that this thing for Ken is going to get out of control.
It's tough to come back from being booed by fans. That's a really, you got to be a bloody good coach to turn that one round.
And as a team that has full strength pretty much. Well, their starting midfield is still Horn Francis, Rosie, Butters. I think they have Burton out and they had Willie Rowley out.
Yes.
That you'd probably maybe put in their 22. Maybe, but even though those two aren't stopping what the Lions did to them.
No, totally.
It looked like a team that gave up completely on Ken. And it was the worst performance that I've seen from any team this year. I know there's been like 100-point thumping. No, honestly, it was
really.
It was no effort, lackluster, walking out of stoppage. Like there was no heart in it, no pear farmer heart,
passion?
no pear spirit, no passion, nothing, none of that.
The worst performance of
honestly
a team.
from a team, yeah.
Wow.
And I know it was only 79 points isn't the biggest thumping, but performance-wise and aesthetically looking at it, I said these guys they're out, they're checked out here. It was bad,
Good Guernseys though.
Great, and I'm saying that unbelievable Guernseys. You'd fight your heart out for that.
Oh, 100%.
I'd wear that, mate. This Guernsey here, this Port Clash Guernsey. I'd wear that, and it'd be covered in blood by the time I got off the field.
Yeah,
absolute blood. I'd be on that thing. Yeah, that's what I'd do to it.
With blood.
Well, if it was bloody, it was not. This is interesting. Giants want to play their blockbuster games at the SCG. So the Giants have asked the AFL to play their big games at the SCG. This is pretty... Yeah, it's weird that this is going to happen. It probably will happen and it should happen. They've only averaged 11,000 in the games this year compared to the Swans who've averaged almost 40,000. Now, the AFL is okay with it. They're saying, you know what? If you want to play the games there, that's all good. The only people that have to agree to it is the Swans. I don't know if the Swans would say, hey, come share our ground with us like this is the MCG. This isn't a circus. No. This isn't Luna Park.
No.
Get your own roller coaster. You decided to go out to Greater Western Sydney. Go out to Greater Western Sydney.
Yeah.
They've already disconnected from Greater Western Sydney. They're now known, they came in known as Greater Western Sydney. They're now known as Giants.
Yes.
Who calls them Greater Western Sydney anymore?
I'd say I still refer to them definitely as GWS.
Yeah, but you'd say Giants then Greater Western Sydney last.
Yeah, totally.
So they're kind of disconnecting already. So they really need to know, like, what do you want to be? Do you want to be Sydney's second team and be the Giants? Or do you want to go back in, like we did in the weekend, to Tassie Adelaide, get your roots into Greater Western Sydney?
Yeah.
I don't know that they want to do that.
I think they want to be the inner Western Sydney Giants.
Yeah. Darlinghurst.
Yeah, Darlinghurst Giants, totally.
Want to be, what's a good suburb up there? Want to be the...
What's one of the cool ones?
It's a cool suburb.
Redfern,
yeah. Double Bay Giants. They want to be the Double Bay Giants. Just let them do that. So, I mean, we all know the Giants aren't making any money for the AFL. They're not profitable at all. They get no fans. That absolute fucking farm paddock shit show of a stadium that I absolutely despise. The ground is disgusting to go to. It's disgusting to watch footy. It's even horrible on TV. The cheer squads are 45 metres back from the goal square. Like, it's just gross. Just gross. So get them out of Energy Stadium. They're not selling it out. It's not working there. So I think that maybe they can do this, but the AFL is just keeping them alive. I read this thing that they owe the AFL $9 million and they've been given $60 million over the last 2 seasons to exist. And that Easter show that they've put on every year just fucks any hope of fans being hooked into a Giants season early. They got to get out of there. Get out of there. For a team that's actually semi-decent.
Totally. Not semi-decent. They're
very good top 8 team, aren't they?
Totally.
Thereabouts.
Geez, it's no surprise that the AFL have gone so hard on Tasmania coming in, being like, you essentially have to pay for everything. Because they've got no money.
Got no money. No, think about that. And top of that, the Suns as well.
They've given it to their 2 eldest children.
Yeah, horrible. We're getting the Giants. Actually, just let's in the Suns right now because, fuck, they could be the worst expansion team of all time.
Yeah.
What they did on the weekend was against Freo now. That was just a terrible game, but they're not going to play finals again this year, the Suns.
No.
They are the worst. I think someone might pull me up on this, but they're the worst expansion team in AFL history. So I looked at how long it took for teams to come in and win flags.
Okay.
In the AFL, let's bring a new team in expansion area. Brisbane took 4 years to win a flag. West Coast took 2 years. Adelaide took 6 years. Port took 7 years. Now, the Giants took 4 years to make finals and made a grand final in 2019. 14 years in the Gold Coast, and they're yet to even look like winning a final. And they're not going to make one this year. They can't win away from home. I'm convinced they can't make finals this year. Though Collingwood at home this week.
Oh, they're not winning that.
I don't think they would win that.
Yeah.
I just think another team that just is nowhere.
Yeah. No, I'm just having a little moment to think about it, and I think they are probably the worst expansion team we've ever seen.
You reckon?
Yeah.
In terms of success to play a final, I know there's been bad teams along the journey. They've been bad.
We've had teams fold, and that's bad.
But Fitzroy at least won a flag.
Totally. Oh, absolutely. But also, maybe that's also why you can probably say when Brisbane came into things, like it was an expansion team, but it was also a relocated team. So they kind of started with a fan base, and they had
foundations deep.
And,
I mean, comparing to the Giants, though, like they've had more handouts than the Giants, really, in terms of compensations and draft picks. They've been gifted the Commonwealth Games, so all their rebuild was done, and they got that pretty much for free. They keep getting, like, Dimmer's now there. The AFL's pumping money into them. Like, there's just nothing is going right for them.
They had you.
They had me. They lost me. That's where things went real south quickly. I don't know. I watched them last night and went, this is just... Like, when does things turn around up there? And the risk always is their young talent will go. They get 6 years in their career, 7 years in their career, and then bounce and say, I'm going to Melbourne.
It's kind of getting boring, isn't it? It's like you just know that that's the routine now.
It is, yeah.
It's like, okay, cool. I'll.
And they talked about wanting a fair comp. Well, how about you win some games away from home?
Yeah.
Because you losing every time you leave Gold Coast isn't fair to everyone else.
And playing that little fucking noise after they kick a goal.
I'll shove that trumpet up his ass soon if he keeps doing that.
Yeah.
Horrible. Mark and Goal of the Year prizes. This is great. So I remember back in the day when you won Mark of the Year. I don't know what you got for Goal of the Year. Mark of the Year was a car.
Yep, totally.
We're not getting that back. But we're getting, Mark of the Year winners are getting 50 grand and 2 million velocity points. So this is for Mark of the Year. Mark of the Year get 50K in the AFL and the AFLW and 2 million velocity points, which is like business class fares anywhere in the world and back. And Goal of the Year gets you 50 grand and 10,000 to be donated to your junior footy club. Good to give back to the junior footy club.
We like that.
You know the guys back there kicking goals out where you're just going from the boundary, all the cold nights, they deserve the 10 grand. So I like it. So Jamie Elliott or Bobby Hill's getting 50K.
So looking at these two prizes, would you prefer, and be honest, would you prefer to win Goal or Mark of the Year based off the prizes?
I reckon Mark of the Year is a cool award to win.
No, but just because of the prizes. Essentially, do you want to donate 10K
Nah,
to
fuck that.
Yeah, you want the points? Get the points?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Unless my dad's the president of the footy club.
Oh,
you get the money back somehow, back pocket. No, you'd want to go Mark of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's good they have prizes. Incentivize, give us some prizes for flying high.
Totally.
Incentivize it. I rate it big time.
Just more prizes in general.
Yeah, for anything. I think out of those two awards, Mark of the Year is way cooler to win than Goal of the Year.
Oh, totally.
Like a big pack mark is way better. Anyone can dribble kick.
Yeah, and let's be honest, that's
anyone can kick
90%
a
of the
snap.
time the winner.
Yeah, anyone can do that crazy stuff. So, okay, well, at least Freo have a chance to get business class seats now. Just win Mark of the Year and you'll be fine. All right, let's get into the round review. So the buys are done. Thank you, God. Thank you. We're so happy. This was it just felt like the round went really quick.
Yeah.
And when it's not competitive, it's a long round. It's a long round, but not a long round. This is like one of those rounds where there was interest, but also, If you didn't watch this round of football, didn't miss much.
No.
No, the buys are done. But from this round onwards, which is really, really crazy, we have games on Saturday. 2 games. I think it's 1:45.
Yep.
2 at 1:45 that start at the same time, which is wild. So good luck if you want to watch every game of footy. You're going to have the KO double screen on.
Oh, yeah.
Which is just a nightmare for us doing content.
We'll do it, but,
If someone's going to do it.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know why they did that. Do we know why they've done that?
Well, obviously, you're not having the Thursday.
No.
So you just...
No, fair enough.
You've got to get it in somewhere, but...
Yeah, right. I just...
You're right.
Sorry, back to Adelaide. I thought about this crazy guy that I wanted to tell at the start. staying on Hindley Street
Yeah.
in Adelaide.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know what's on Hindley Street, but it's very scary. Like, all the clubs and stuff are there. And we're staying in the hotel in the corner. So I've gone down and I'm like, I need to get a cigar for the video.
Oh,
I
yes.
did.
Yeah.
So in a smoke mart, I'm like, hey, mate, I just need a cigar. He's like, what kind of cigar? I was like, just give me the cheapest one. I don't care. Just give me a cheap one. And then I'm in there paying and I hear, oi, cunt. I go, here we go. Here we go.
It's happening.
On fucking crazy town. Here we are. Let's go. We're taking a left here. You're that guy from that video, mate. You got any darts on you? I said, oh my God, this guy's going to cause a scene. No, I was like, mate, I don't, but fuck it. Do you want a pack of darts? I'll buy you some. He goes, oh, that'd be fucking awesome. Get him a pack of darts. Anyway, I walked down the straps. Mate, nice to meet you. Take care. I walked down 50 metres. Oh, I can't. Again, same bloke. You going to give me a drink, you reckon? Here we go.
Sure.
Here
Do you
we
want a hotel
fucked
room?
I was like, okay. I'm like, somebody's here. What do you want? He's like, water, Coke, Fanta. He goes, Jack Daniels. Then points across the bottle-o. So here I am buying this bloke a pack of darts, a bottle of Jack Daniels. I come out. He goes, one for my mate. I was so far down this rabbit hole. I'm like, I didn't want to cause a scene. I was like, this guy's obviously knows, somehow is off his head, but he knows what's going on because he knows who I am. I was like, one for my mate. I was like, oh my God. If I don't do this, I'm not sure where this will go. Like, I'm actually scared he's going to cause a scene. I'm in fucking Hindley Street. Like, there's families around. Like, I'm like, okay. I'm like, listen here, cunt. This is your last fucking bottle. I went back in, come out with 2 bottles of Jack Daniels, and then came back, go to the hotel room, come down, and this guy is off his head while coming back down with all his mates just drinking 2 bottles of Jack Daniels, smoking all these darts. I was like, oh, I've caused this thing. Just wild scenes in Hindley Street. So my message is, if you go to Adelaide, please steer clear of Hindley Street.
Oh, it's the worst.
So scary.
It's the worst.
So scary. I did not.
Good
want
on you,
any part
though.
of that. Oh, well, we got to do your bit, mate. Pretty irresponsible to just give some guy. I mean, he was of age.
Yeah, he was 10.
Yeah, he was there. True, just smoking dust.
I mean, yeah, true, but just generous, I suppose.
It was just a real put some water on this fire situation. I don't want a bar of it. Let's get in the game. Carlton v Geelong. Blues gave him that hot tour. It was great to see. Now, I'm not saying this because you know how I say things and, you know, I take the piss.
Yeah.
When I say this, I'm being deadly serious. I've never been more confident that the Blues are going to win the flag this year. I genuinely think they win the flag. It doesn't matter who we play at the moment. I can't see who beats us. You know what? Say the best team in it right now is Sydney. Give us Sydney at the G.
The G is probably the...
Would take them.
Yeah.
Say it's Collingwood, the team behind them. Give us Collingwood at the G. Give us Sydney and Collingwood at the G. 2v1.
At the same time.
I'm so confident.
Wow.
Mate, what they're doing is unbelievable. Kicked 9 goals in the last quarter. Charlie's kicked multiple goals in every game. TDK we've spoken about was unreal. Walsh and Cripper decided just to absolutely bury the Geelong midfield. Had 41 Cripps, Walsh 33 and a goal. Like, this thing is actually serious now where I genuinely think they'll win the flag.
Well, you're probably... It's safe to say you're at the point in the year where it's not a joke anymore.
Mate, you give us a double chance.
Yeah. You're getting one of those.
We're getting...
You know.
Don't tell me we're not winning at least one.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. We'll win the whole thing. I honestly believe in my heart of hearts, I'm not even taking the piss, we win the flag. I believe it so deeply.
God, I've never felt...
It's a weird feeling for Carlton fans maybe to feel that, but I feel so strongly about it.
Yeah.
I'm convinced now. I've seen enough. Last year it was cute. It was fun. Win 9 in a row. Let's see what happens in finals. Just get Sydney. Pip Melbourne at the end because Melbourne are trash.
Yeah.
Like that was okay. That was fun. That was a bit of hope. This year feels different. This is legit. 9 goals in the last. Like, they have a different gear now. And we spoke about how Sydney have a gear, and I said I don't think anyone can match them. From what I'm seeing from Carlton, I think Carlton is just slowly finding that gear. It's like in the gearbox, but they're finding it.
If the grand final was at the SCG, different story, do you think?
We're cooked.
Yeah. Okay.
But I've said this about Sydney the whole time. Anyone who plays Sydney in the grand final and say they do get there, hypothetically, if we're all speaking in fantasy world, I think anyone beats Sydney in the G.
Yeah.
So I'm up and about. I'm sure every Carlton fan as well. For Geelong, though, they've already been, sledged this whole episode, but they looked like an older shit team for the first time in a long time. They looked like they generally needed to get the bricks, the concrete out, and the framing work to rebuild this thing.
Yeah.
Just slow from stoppage, got bullied on the inside of stoppage, and it generally looks like watching him on Friday. They have a team of 2 different tactics.
Yep.
One half wants to go flat out, so Myers, Cameron, Stengel, Holmes, Guthrie, Dempsey, they want to go a bullet a gate, and the other half just can't do it. The other half being Danger, Tui, Blitzars, Kalajasny, Jack Henry, Hawkins, they just can't keep up with that pace. So they have to play a different game plan. That's how I look at Geelong right now. Like just two different teams within one team. Hawkins got injured. We'll wait and see that result, but let's hope that's not the last time we see him. No contact makes me a bit
iffy.
Yeah, whenever you see those, it's not good. And the Cats are 1-6 after going 7-0, which is just wild. I don't think
a turnaround.
I mean,
wow.
no one would have picked both those things. You wouldn't have picked them to be 7-0, and you wouldn't have picked them to go 1-6.
That's true.
You know,
yeah,
so
both as strange as the other.
Who knows what the real Geelong are?
Yeah.
We don't know. I think they're just going to be a mid team. I think they now slide.
Yeah.
I think we've seen enough evidence now. I think even Geelong fans went from being hopeful that this could be a good thing to now, okay, realistically, we're not a finals team.
Yeah.
This is not where we thought it would be. Chris Scott after the game said the Blues are the best team he's played against in a long time.
That's saying something.
Mate, he believes in us as well.
You trust what he's got to say.
I do. And I love this. This is probably the big thing, the best thing out of the night. Obviously, Carlton winning was great. We love that. And I'm obviously all goofy on Carlton fumes. But I love this, that during the week, last week, Kate Halfpenny wrote this article that the kiss on the cheek with Abby,
yes.
You know, the Lockie and Abby kiss, that kiss was weird and it crossed a boundary. And Abby came out and said, you don't know my relationship. You don't know who I am. You don't know my relationship with the players. Like that's hurt me. Don't ruin what I do in the industry and these relationships that I have with people with your shitty article because you're bored. And then Friday night, the players that Abby interviewed all gave a kiss and a hug to her.
Love it.
As a real middle finger to Kate Halfpenny. You jerk, Kate. You real snaky articled Kate. Well done, Abby and the players. I really loved that.
Yeah.
I loved it. Made me feel good that we're still doing that. Port v Brizzy, now we said this, now bloody Port, hey? Can't tear us apart. I reckon when Brisbane kicked 12 in a row, they tore you a fucking new arsehole. As I said, worst performance I've seen all year. Nothing went well. Horn Francis injured. Butters got injured as well, but kept playing, missing targets. They gave up, didn't kick a goal for an hour. Like, this thing was just ugly.
Didn't kick a goal for an hour.
I know. It was crazy. Crazy. And Port fans took off. The Big O just took the piss. And back to when we said that Port went out and got ruckman. Well, they seem to find a ruckman. They don't have one at the moment. Big O was unbelievable. Eric Hipwood, I'm not sure what he's doing at the moment, but he's just in some kind of mood. 5 rounds before the bye, he averages 0.4 goals a game. 0.4. Kicked 11 in his first 10 games. Since the bye, he's averaging 4.3 and he's kicked 13 in 3 games. And this was back to, remember weeks ago you said, I'm not sure what he does?
No, I didn't say that.
What did you say?
And can I just say I'm not talking about anyone in particular here, but I hate having arguments and I hate when in arguments people put words in your mouth.
So what did you say about Eric?
I said I really like him.
No.
All right, someone will watch it back, find out. I said I really like him, but it's going to go one of two ways a couple of times, and I'm convinced. I'm waiting. I've been waiting since the start, the moment he was drafted, that it's going to click and he'll be a star forever.
Okay, well, what I think I heard was that you don't really know why he's in the team.
Yeah, but you hear the worst in me sometimes.
No, but I
you
don't
go,
know.
you said you
But that's
hate this, you don't like this.
You do
I'm
hate
like,
Adelaide.
Yeah, well, maybe.
That's why he's in the team, though, because he just has these, like 5 goals again the weekend, just goes crazy out of nowhere.
He's now difficult to drop because there's enough evidence.
He's done another 2 years in him without getting dropped or even on threatened being dropped.
Yeah.
Like, he's just playing some good footy. So they're going well, they're busy, and they're going to absolutely come like a freight train for finals.
Yeah.
They're going to do some damage. They're 6 points outside the top 4. Got Ashcroft to come back in. Like, have come back from the dead on this season. And Charlie Cameron isn't even going.
Well, considering that oh my God, this thing is so tight.
The ladder is so fucked.
I'm just having a really good look at it. So Collingwood are in 4th with 8 wins and the Lions are in 10th with 7 wins.
It's so tight. It's tight. Who's 11th?
Bulldogs.
I can...
So Bulldogs, Suns and Hawthorn are all on 28 points. So it goes down to 13th.
Okay. I love the Hawks, but I think for being really serious, the Suns and Hawks are out.
Yep.
Doggies, maybe if things break right, the Dogs. Brizzy, I think are coming... I think Brizzy will come 7th, 8th. Won't get a home final. And that's where they'll get in trouble if they don't get a home final.
So Cats, Port Adelaide would probably be the two.
I think so, given what we've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was actually an unbelievable game, considering that you wouldn't have picked it to be an unbelievable game, given that half of Melbourne fans are at Mount Buller.
Oh, yeah.
North play the MCG, which is weird. They don't sell out the MCG. They don't really sell out Marvel. No. So they had to travel to the G, which has been a weird experience for everyone.
Yeah.
But what North did, I tell you what, mate, I got a bloody shin boner watching them. It's like I took some horny goat weed. I was like, oh, mate, when they were coming that last quarter, I went hot on this thing.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And if you're a North fan, I reckon you walked out of the MCG saying we've won that game.
Yeah.
I know we don't get the 4 points, but you may as well give us the moral 4 points.
Yeah.
Like, we've won this game. And finally, after years, 5-6 years of getting thumped,
Yeah.
there's a bit of light there for North fans.
I was going to say, it finally feels like at least you can sit there
got
knowing
something.
that there is a destination and you know the path.
You can work with this now.
Yeah.
You know, there was a lot of the 5 years you'd be like, we don't know. These kids are young. We can't see anything yet. We know we've got Larky. We know we've got Zerha. Like, our midfield is young. Goldstein was old. But now the pieces are there. We go, okay, I can work with this as a North fan. It was unreal. They're all young dogs and they generally look hungry. Like, post-bye, they look hungry.
Yeah.
I don't know if they didn't eat or something,
They
or
might
if
not
Clarko
have.
just like has wound them up with his winch. They look unreal. So pre-buy, they're losing by 52 points on average. Post-buy, they're losing by 4 points. Got on the end of a couple bad. I mean, the Collingwood wasn't really a bad break, but it was.
Yeah.
The Melbourne game, they should have won this on the weekend.
I think they probably should have won both. Upon reflection.
100% should have. So
Like, they're better teams, but as in the way that the game played out, they
deserve to win both.
Yeah.
Deserve to win both. LDU is just, I mean, St Kilda war chest, get ready.
Yeah.
He'd be saying more.
Yeah.
Put some more cash in that. And then
Well,
we're talking. He looks like the best we've ever seen him play at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just bursting. I didn't think he was that quick out of stoppage. He reminds me of Cripper.
There's
As
a
the way he
comparison.
moves around stoppage, but I didn't think he had that burst out of stoppage.
Yeah,
and he
okay.
had that burst on
Yep.
the weekend. So he's going to get an absolute payday, whether it be at North or St Kilda.
Yeah.
She's always just a stud. Plays anywhere else. We talk about him like Dacos. Wardlaw, Gunn, Paul Curtis can bench 400. Combin looks more comfortable down back. They're going to get number one pick probably, which is, who, I don't know what they're going to get. They get a mid, they get a backman.
Have you heard much about the draft yet?
Josh Smiley, a mid.
Okay, he's
Is a mid. Levi
highly touted.
Ashcroft should be the number one pick.
Right.
But he's going to be a father's son unless Laura Kane decides to fuck the system for everyone.
Okay.
And then Brizzy have to bid for him. Sid Draper, another mid. Luke Traynor has been compared to Tom Stewart if they want to go back line. So they're going to have a number one pick here and then bring that into the mix and look out.
So Levi, that's a Brisbane line.
I think Levi Ashcroft,
Father, son.
Yeah.
I assume, yeah.
Yeah, his Will's brother.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, son of the gun. So he looks like the number one pick at the moment. But in a few years, this team will fuck you up. And for Melbourne, thank God for Max Gawn. You should be so thankful that you're not getting rolled every weekend.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
No, it was just beautiful sentiment.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
You are so
fuck
lucky
you
to have
up.
Max. How lucky you are to have him.
Yeah.
He could be getting to a point right now where he goes in the footy department and says, what is going on here?
Yeah.
I've got 2 to 3 years of good footy in me. Sort this shit out.
Yeah.
Go and get a forward. We've won a flag. We've done fuck all. Please go get a forward.
Mm-hmm.
Work out what we're going to do here because it's getting boring for me to keep carrying this team.
Yeah.
I mean, they need some pace.
Yeah.
Just not quick.
Good news is for Maxi, though, he might have 2 to 3 years of good footy left in him, but he's probably got 5 to 6 years of good speaking left in him as well, like for being
the front man
wheeled
for
out.
stuff.
Yeah. So, look at it like that.
Yeah. They need someone else to be media trained here to help him out. They need someone because he can't keep doing it.
No.
But he's having a hell of a year. And so is Grundy. I'm convinced they're going the double banger. And there was.
Just the more I thought about it the other day when we talked about it, it is so magnificent, the irony that they couldn't fit them into a real
Same team.
but a hypothetical team, not a problem.
I don't think they could. I don't think they could. They got problems everywhere, Melbourne. I know they won, and I don't know if the D's fans are happy or not, but it didn't seem like they were over the moon about it. They just can't score. Just nothing in their games comes easy or looks easy. It all looks hard work. Like it's just I don't know. At least it's ski season, Let's got something to look forward to.
Oh, there's positives there.
I know. I love the fight that broke out at halftime.
Oh,
There was
yeah.
a massive fight broke out. You just knew the players that were like, not a chance. Bailey Fritsch, he's like, mate, my hair's way too slick back for this
Totally.
shit. Yeah, I'm not giving the business to anyone. No thanks. So, well done to Melbourne. Melbourne have Brizzy Friday night, I think.
Let me just double check that. They do, and it is in Brisbane. So early tipper's choice suggests a 93% to Brisbane.
That's a lot. That's going to happen then.
Yeah.
That's a landslide win.
Yeah.
Shit. West Coast v Essendon. This, I mean, I've already spoken a lot about Essendon, but just played safe. Just played safe footy. West Coast, it was an arm wrestle all game. You got a couple at the end, but it was just a safe game of football from Essendon. Maybe that's all you need to do. But I don't know. I think there's something about Essendon. If you need Stringer to kick 5 to beat West Coast, who was 16th at your home, that in itself I know we've had some thoughts about Essendon. That in itself makes me nervous.
But can I just ask then, a forward's job is to kick goals. That's what they're paid for.
Mm-hmm.
So is it not okay to rely on one person to kick? Because if they're doing it, does it matter? Or,
I guess so, yeah.
Or is
I
it
guess
just
so.
the concern that if he doesn't do it, which, let's be honest, there are some games you get shut out of and it just doesn't fire,
Yeah.
then who's going to do it? Is
Yeah.
that the...
I think the concern is maybe that the bigs aren't doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just watched that game going, fuck, if Stringer's not in this game, this thing is close and you probably might lose to a West Coast team that doesn't have their best two players.
And you talk about that with the Blues, to be fair, that if
same
Mackay and
thing.
Curnow aren't going,
Yeah.
then you're totally
And I'd say
stuffed.
the exact same thing.
Then
I'd
you're
say if
totally
Charlie and
stuffed.
Harry weren't going in, going all right at all, we'd be like, we're here. We
Yeah.
can't win a game.
Because no one's
and the Blues
lifting.
are like that for years.
Yeah.
Before now, always pops up for three now and then. There's other stuff. Durden can chime in. The mids can kick some goals as well. But for Essendon, it's probably at that development where they're at.
Yeah.
As in, if it's not one or two, then who is it?
Yeah, fair.
Ben Mackay now has more wins at Essendon in his 14 games than he did at 6 years at North, which is wild. Wild. And for West Coast are just like, it's going to be, the next however long rounds we got left in the season, it's going to be a slog for them. They're going to get through. They're going to be competitive. Don't know if they'll win many games. They get Harley back next week, which is just huge for everyone.
The ban is done. We're done.
He's back.
We're done.
Welcome back.
He's back.
Absolute superstar is back this week. So we're looking forward to seeing him back. And Tom Barras is so underrated.
Oh, yeah.
He's criminally underrated.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
an absolute star down there. I think he's going to get a big payday from someone.
Yeah.
Someone's going to pay him some big bucks. So well done to Essendon. You're in the top four. In the top four, which is just, it's a double chance opportunity you're looking at now. I don't know what their run home is, but I mean, if they can secure a top four, who knows what can happen.
Would you say, can I just ask you, going into round 16, if you looked at the top four, Sydney, Carlton, Bombers, Collingwood, how close would you have been to guessing that by round 16?
I wouldn't have had Carlton and Essendon in the top four at the start of the year.
But Collingwood you would have?
Yep. Premiers.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
And
So I
Swans?
would have had Sydney.
Yeah.
I would have had Collingwood. I only need Collingwood in that top four.
Wow.
I would have gone Collingwood, Brisbane, Port,
Yeah.
Giants, maybe.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's good to reflect.
Yeah, it's great to always look back and thank God that hasn't happened. Go Blues. Freo Suns. Now, this is just... Fuck. This could have been the worst game of the year. This was just horrible to watch for everyone. Even, just watching on TV, what are we playing a sandpit for?
Yeah.
Just yuck.
Yeah.
Yuck. Like, how... Freo go from 10... I know you won. Freo, congrats. You won. You've gone from 10th to 5th on the ladder. How the fuck are you 5th? What is this season?
Life moves at you quickly, I suppose.
What is this season? I just don't get it all. I don't know, but they keep getting the job done. And again, a bit like St Kilda, they just drag you down to the level. They play the game they want to play. You have to play to it. So we're on a Freo. Josh Tracy was great at the Big Kahuna. People said tat watch for him. Didn't see what his tat is.
Yeah.
Not sure.
I had
but
a
that was
few
coming through.
good little tap watches come through,
Did you?
actually. Yeah.
Yeah, right. No, I didn't see that.
Tuke Miller.
Yeah, that one is that's unexpected. Really unexpected. There was a few there. So Bailey Humphries already. But yeah, well done to Freo. Being 5th is actually unbelievable. Wouldn't have picked that either at the start of the year, but the Suns just yet to fire a shot. Gold Coast Titans scored more points than them, so that's where I stop and draw the line, saying you guys are absolutely not going to fire a shot at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So well done. That's and that honestly that seems short, but that's exactly how the round went. You literally missed nothing if you didn't watch it, or if you were just busy over the weekend.
It's okay.
You didn't miss much.
Yeah.
You missed much.
I mean, look, this was maybe just by chance, but it's no shock to me that we were both away this weekend. We just thought, you know what?
Take the liberty with it.
We're going to have a buy.
Yeah, we deserve it.
Yeah.
A buy without a buy.
Yeah.
We'll do Gatorade Team of the Year. We'll do the nominations of that today, this Arvo. Put some on the stories. And feed. Mum on the feed.
How'd you go?
Yeah, got one for everyone. Sportsbet's feed. 150 of you. You're welcome. How do you go?
Yeah. I had one voided.
Okay. That's a win.
That's
Take that.
That's a win.
What's happening in Euros quickly?
Oh, it's all happening. We're about to go into match day 3.
Yeah.
So the last of the group stage games. And there's not been too many surprises other than, England drew against Denmark. So going into their last game will be, that changes things. But other than that, the big boys are still winning. Portugal have won both of theirs. Germany are on fire.
And France going.
France drew.
Well, they're in trouble not making it
drew
through
to the
groups.
Netherlands, but then and Mbappe, he masked up.
Told you he masked
Yeah.
up.
So I think they'll be fine.
Okay.
But little wobble.
Germany and Spain to lose? Is that the vibe I'm getting?
To lose?
Yeah.
No.
No? Wide open?
Germany in particular are looking frightening.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Germany favourites, you reckon?
I don't think they're the favourites, but I think that the more we see, the more we're going to have that conversation. For
Yeah,
sure.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get around Germany then. And we'll go for Slovakia. How are they going?
Really?
Yeah.
Why Slovakia?
Well, I'm from my roots go to Yugoslavia, so it's
Do
for
they
us the
really?
nearest connection. Yeah,
The lungs of Europe.
that's it. Well, that's Belarus. No.
Okay, the
We are
kidneys of Europe.
the war-torn country of Europe. Civil War broke us, mate, to
Yeah.
our knees.
Not as good as the lungs, but
No, yeah, very sad.
you are what you are, I
A
suppose.
lot of crime, lot of bodies on the ground.
Oh, well, I feel bad for laughing.
Hey, well, no, you shouldn't laugh, mate. It's just life. Hey, thanks everyone for listening. Thank you, guys. Again, yeah, thank you so much for listening, tuning in. You always do every week. We're having a great time here. Wednesdays, Thursdays episode.
Yep.
We'll be out. We're keen. We've got Origin on Wednesday.
Oh, I'm pumped for
You a
this.
Queenslander or New South Wales?
I haven't decided. Who are you? Because
Queenslander. Mm-hmm. Queenslander. I did do the stuff for the New South Wales boys. That was very funny.
who are you?
Yeah. New South Wales. They're big boys. New South
Yeah.
Wales look big. They look scarier, but I think Queensland are too good from what I'm hearing.
I'd love to. It'll be good seeing them, like not too far away, because I've not really seen too many league or union players in person, and they do look big.
Everyone
Like-
I spoke to from Queensland, New South Wales goes, "Oh, it's shit watching at the G. Can't see anything." So that was good to know.
Yeah, well, it's true. It's a bit like when
It's like going to Angie Stadium to watch the Giants.
but it's like when you play soccer there, because you got to move the pitch in.
Oh yeah, you can't move the seats in, obviously.
No. But do want to say we are going to the Origin. Where do we go beforehand? If any fans,
Yeah, what's
know,
like
is
the-
it different? Do we still do the corner, or is it?
Yeah, because footy is corner.
Yeah.
So are we doing that, or are we going somewhere else? Is there a rugby bar? Maybe it's in the city.
Yeah.
Are we going to the city?
We don't know.
We don't know where to go. So if you do know where we go as a rugby, where do the rugby crowd go? Because
Yeah.
we're going to really throw ourselves into it big time.
League and union.
League, yeah, you can't say rugby. I learned that. They don't like when you say rugby.
Why? Do you
Because
know
they
why?
don't want to be looped in with the union, I think.
Okay, right.
No. What else can we lube you guys up with before we go? I had something else to say. What's happening? Going to the grand final venue today to have lunch there.
Nice.
Yeah, just to see
Easy
the menu.
for some, I love it.
To see the venue. So we have locked in, guys, the Beverly
Oh, exciting.
rooftop.
Okay, so
Details
where
here.
is that? That's
Grand final day.
Okay.
Not your little boring Jared Whiteley here and fucking Mark Robinson. Oh, hello, guys. I'm here to present a bit of the grand final lunch. You little great suit sitting down here with your corporate. Fuck that. Stand up, party, rooftop, pre drinks, grand final, like a pre-party, 10:30 to 1.
Okay, so it's
10:30, you're right into it.
something tells me you did get tickets in the end, did you?
Well, the time would say that I have tickets. Because I do feel so confident, I've got to keep the tickets in the back pocket.
True.
But I think what we're going to do there is good. You know, you get up at 10:30, you get straight to the Beverly.
Yeah.
You have your drinks, you have your first one. Maybe the first is a bit rough at 10:30, but then your second and third one, it's 11. You're feeling good. Tell me at 12:30, you go, okay, half an hour of power before I roll into the G or go to your house party wherever you go. So we're going to do that. It's going to be DJs. We're going to get the sponsors. We're on board with Gatorade Sportsbet. We're going to have a few more on board who are going to give you nice little treats in the tote bag or some other activations. It's all happening. It's going to be great. We're going to ticket the event. I think we've only got 190 tickets to sell.
Ooh.
So
How do you? I mean, this is probably a chat for off air.
No
but
Essendon
how do
fans.
you? Yeah, well, that's fine.
no.
How do you envision doing it? Like, is it just it's online, go quickly?
I think it's either a race or we raffle the tickets off.
Could do a bit of a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I think we'll do some kind of competition where we hide a ticket somewhere. Yeah.
Maybe every game Charlie Curnow gives out a ticket to a fan, and it's
Could do
the
something like that.
Charlie's
Yeah.
Chocolate Factory.
It'll be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. I've never really done, this will be our first event, really. Unless we do your 10K trivia night event.
Well, I mean, we're a little while off.
You're only 1,900 off.
Did you check?
Yeah, I
this
did.
morning? Yeah. We ticked over the 8, which is exciting.
Happy with that. Yeah. Okay.
It's going a little slower than I thought.
Nah,
this tail
we're
end.
fine, mate. Fuck
So,
it, we're fine. We're fine. All right, stay tuned, everyone. Big episode coming up on Thursday. We love you all. And yeah.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Ciao.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.